So welcome to the Filmmakers Podcast.
Yes.
Congratulations on the movie is incredibly charming, and in a huge part of that is down to your performances. I mean, what an amazing story. I mean, I was really rooting for your character. I know there was and yours, but there was a lot of debate after the
No,
the
you
movie.
can just keep it over here. It's fine. Yeah. I'm like, look.
I'll just relax over here.
No, I was rooting for me too, so
that's good. You got to root for
I
yourself.
was rooting for you.
Sorry.
So I mean, let's talk about how you first heard about the story, and maybe what it is to play real life characters, because it's there's things you want to take, no doubt, and things you don't want to take. Let's just start there.
I mean, look, Jeffrey Manchester is the main character, and look, he did become more famous for possibly robbing 45 McDonald's. They only caught him for one. And they can't prove it, like that he did any others. And they gave him 45 years for it. And I think by all accounts, that seems steep. And I think that was at a time where, you don't get that many years for way worse crimes. But you just don't know. People can get sent down for their entire life, and you can't really say anything about it. You just got to take it on the chin. He did do wrong. He really did. And he knows he did wrong. He knows he's in the right place. He just didn't agree with how much time that they gave him. And it does, I think, for me personally, having talked to him, I tried to, I guess, prepare him for being, I'm insecure of look, I'm never going to be able to be you. I'm not going to, I've never met him in person. I didn't get access to him that way, because he isn't super max, shutdown. And I was just look, this is going to be a strange, amalgamation of you, my understanding and interpretation of you, and then whatever really Derek is kind of wanting to tell in the story. It's 90 minutes that we have to tell your life. I was it's impossible to ever do.
And what about you, Kirsten?
Well, because she's not someone that everyone knows, there's less pressure with the obvious things, but with the real heart of it and the way that she I don't know that even in real life, she's so present and kind in such a genuine way. And she really he was like a unicorn amongst, horses. It was they really fell in love and quickly. And she to this day says that it was a real adventure for her, and has so much, empathy for Jeff, and they still talk. And so we needed to make this feel like a real love story, not just, a quick, fun thing. It had to feel weighted and it really meant something to both of them, even though it was not a long time.
I think the kindness is really the core of this, and that does seem to be where everything stems. And for me, I suppose when I was not judging the character, but considering the character, and also how how you would have reacted into these, this incredible situation, and finding out the family dynamic was kind of my favorite bit of it, and how you dealt with the two daughters, because that was a really wholesome relationship, and how you sort of integrated into that. And there is a kind of paradox of the fact that you've done armed robbery, and then you've sort of actually been a really wholesome figure in this family.
Isn't that people though? Everyone knows.
Yeah. I mean, I know so many friends, so many friends that would and have done questionable things to try and make ends meet, and to try to provide for their families and whatnot. But I do believe that Kirsten is someone that would never bring someone that she doesn't think is genuinely a good person around her family. But at the same exact time, you'd be okay, what were your reasons? And she just does. She has this their and she can walk in a room and know who her people are in a way. And she's not diagnosing them from their actions. It's just a quality of her barometer of the quality of person that they are.
Emotional intelligence and being able to read people, which is
and I think that's one of the things that I think maybe her and Lee have some sort of like commonality in that it's just a really simple yes or no. It's like binary, like that this is a yes person. And then now we're going to see how this goes. And even in the movie, like when he starts to kind of like fray a little bit, he starts to come off the rails because he's starting to get cornered and he knows what has to happen. She calls him on it. And she's like, hey, whatever this is, we don't need this. We just want you. And unless you can give us that, we have to like slow this down and like whatever. And that I think is admirable. And I know that's exactly who Kirsten is. Like she would be like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that. Don't do that again. or we're going to have an issue.
So what's one quick thing we can talk about maybe with working with Derek and, that conversation and how that informed you working as actors? I mean, that's my favorite bit as like, making a film is that initial conversation, director to actor. How do you see the character, or what are your thoughts, or do you have any questions?
It's hard to explain what that process is with Derek because I think it's different with every one of us. Like,
you're right.
It's personal, yeah.
Yeah, it is personal, but that's what makes him so great. He's not like, so tell me, like I don't like when people expect me to come with all these ideas like immediately. Like this is my way into the character. My thing is, give me the role and then I'm going to go away and like
figure that out.
Yeah, because I can get into any character. Like but to have immediate responses to things, I don't know, maybe some people do, or maybe you just think, but
time to percolate and collaborate.
I like to percolate by myself for a while.
I have to.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
And I don't love talking so much about everything.
This is the hardest part, I think, for someone. We've talked about this a little bit. Like, the more I talk about like who I think Jeff is, the less I understand what I actually did in the movie. Like, I go, is that what I did? I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to put words to something that I was really just trying to figure out as we were doing it. I think some actors maybe go in with a full like constructed thing, and then they give it. I'm not that way. Like, I just sort of show up. And
you're open to
whatever it should be or whatever it wants to be.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So, yeah.
I suppose that's it, isn't it? It's having an idea. It's understanding where the director's coming from. It's understanding what you think of the character. But then it's being open to so many different changes, the camera changes and all of these kinds of
things. And that is how Derek talks about it. He's like, look, I've already made the movie in my head like 1,000 times. So I know what the movie is when I show up on day one, and I want to be surprised. I don't want to tell them how to do it. I would literally want Haley's comment. I want
I want to see magic.
Yeah.
Human being magic, the real things, you know?
And magic you brought a lot of. Thank you so much for joining.
That's really kind of you.
It really is one of my favorite movies, and I love all your work. I love your comedy work. I love your drama.
Thanks, man.
Eternal Sunshine, Interview with the Vampire, so many movies. So
thank you. That was really sweet of you to say.